What's going on, guys? Jimmy Like Halo is back again, finally talking about Halo. Now, I'm gonna make a video on pretty much every mainline one, including Halo Wars 1, not Halo Wars 2, because I didn't really play that one. It's not fair to make a review on a game I didn't really play. So, in this review, we're gonna start with the very first one, Halo 1. Now, this game I did not play these games in order. I think the first one I played was either Halo Reach or 3. And it was at my friend's house, which is how I was originally introduced to Halo. And ever since then, I always just wanted to get an Xbox 360. This was like 2013. The Xbox One was already out, and I was looking at all this stuff. But before this time, I only really had Nintendo consoles, right? So I had the GameCube, I had the Wii, the DS, the 3DS, but I did not have an Xbox or a PlayStation or anything else. So, being the reason that I wanted one, Halo, when I got my 360 after playing Halo 3 at my friend's house in co-op campaign, still to this day, such a great way to play it. The first one I played was Halo Reach, and actually it wasn't even supposed to be. My dad, because I was still younger at the time, my dad wanted to get me Halo Wars because it was T instead of M, and the disc inside from GameStop was the Halo Reach disc. So I thank the GameStop employee who fricked that up. But this first Halo that I want to talk about today, Halo Combat Evolved, is super duper iconic in not only video game history, but super important to first person shooter games. And the reason for that is in 2001, right, on the original Xbox, Microsoft gets into the console market along with Sony and Nintendo. And what a perfect way to do it with absolute symphony that they created for the main Halo theme, bro, for the first time. Hearing that back in the day, I can only imagine how crazy that would have been. But basically, I mean, it's not like the most craziest thing ever, but back in the day in 2001, to see a game like Halo hold up as well as it does on an original Xbox and just wow everyone from the get-go was crazy. Now, before this, like the first one to really revolutionize it was like Doom on the PC, but to really revolutionize for the console market is what I meant to say, would definitely be Halo. And if it wasn't for this game, Microsoft definitely would not have still been the console making manufacturing today if it wasn't for this very important game. Bungie was making it back in the day, now it's currently 343. And 343 also did a remake of this game, Combat Evolved Anniversary, 10 years later, 2011, which was right next to Halo Reach, which was Bungie's last game, so that was really cool. Now I'm going to load up the first level here to just kind of show you what the original game looked like. Granted, this is in native HD, so it's going to look better, but kind of like compare the two between both the original and the Anniversary Edition and kind of show you how they look. So in Halo 2 Anniversary, you can actually, during the cutscenes, you can look at either the original or the remaster just by pressing the button. Unfortunately, it doesn't let you do that in this one. You just see, if you start in remastered, actually I'm not even sure if you can start in original, but you would see whatever cutscene of the version you're playing in when you finish that part of the level. So this even right here is a very iconic first thing you ever see in a Halo game. The ring, the Pillar of Autumn, and the planet Reach right there. And when they're talking in the beginning, they're talking about Halo Reach. The fact that all the way in 2001, 10 years later, they had all this lore about Reach and made a whole game about it, like it's a prequel game. The fact that you can go back to this game after just playing Reach, it's crazy how they just pick up like nothing ever happened, but it was originally written like this in 2001. Bungie knew what they were doing from the get-go, which is why I think these games have such a clear, concise direction and story, and why I think they hold up so well. Another huge reason why this game was so iconic was Master Chief himself, right, in his iconic suit of armor. Now, I would show you it if this game wasn't first person, but I should be able to show you that. But what I wanted to talk about, like I said, was kind of the difference between, you're looking at the remaster right now, and then you have original, right? So these textures are from the original, but it's like upscaled to HD and looks cleaner. This is also at 120 frames. But yeah, it's crazy. This is in the Reach textures they used to do this remake, and it looks so good. Like, for a 360 game in 2011, man, it's crazy how good the remaster looks, especially compared to the original. This was only a one console generation difference, bro. It's crazy how good the textures look. It's like globally illuminated, I believe. Everything is lit so well. It looks great. But yeah, not only did this game have a really big campaign, and it was just 10 levels, but some of them are like backwards version of older levels, which is kind of funny. But most people back in the day either didn't notice, or that version of the level is different enough to justify playing it, or the reason you're there in the story-wise justifies playing it again, I feel. Now, obviously, the other huge part of Halo was the multiplayer, and why it was so important is when Xbox Live launched back in the day, right? I believe when this game came out, they only had local split screen 4 players, and I think you might have been able to do LAN or Ethernet. But Halo 2 is when online really took off with Xbox Live. Like, that was the definitive online game. But even though, with this one, bro, Blood Gulch, iconic, especially with Red versus Blue and that whole show around Halo making it so crazy. But yeah, this multiplayer, they didn't remaster the multiplayer, probably because it didn't want to compete with Reach. Probably wouldn't have felt the same, but yeah, the multiplayer, even in this graphical style, I think just holds up super well to this day. Maybe I'm just biased towards this generation of games because the GameCube, Xbox, PS2 had like all my favorite games. So maybe that's why I don't really mind it, but honestly, in my opinion, I think it still holds up really well to this day. It might feel a little clunky, but the only thing that really matters to me in games is that they're fun. And at the end of the day, that's all I can really ask for. So yeah, I don't think I myself can really do this game justice, because if I'm being honest with you, Halo 1 is one of my, like, I don't like it as much as nearly as other ones. Even some of the new ones, like Halo Infinite, there's definitely aspects I probably favor more so over this original. But I can't necessarily blame this game because it was the first one. So considering it's the first one, they knocked it out of the park. Going back to this day and playing the campaign, some of the enemies can be really hard and annoying. My friend would be able to definitely tell you that by how much BS we got killed by during our co-op campaign playthrough. But overall, it was still really fun, and I still really do enjoy Halo 1. And I will be sure to talk about Halo 2 and 3 and Reach in a very later video coming somewhat soon. I'm probably going to interlace these, so it's going to be like a Halo video, then a different video, and then a Halo video. It's like Halo 2, a video, and then Halo 3, that kind of thing. So be sure to stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy the next few videos. Let me know your experience with Halo. Mine started with 3. Maybe yours was the first one, the second one. But all in all, just let me know what you think. And yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.